Warface. Back in Warface, we're on the Xbox One X, and the game is not enhanced, so we're getting a sort of jaggy, old school looking game, because it was ported from the last generation. It does look better than the 360 version, obviously, by far. As some people are saying, it looks worse. And I just gotta tell those people that say that, go back and play those games on your new TV. They don't look quite as good as you remember they do. And yeah, so it is pretty rough around the edges. I mean, visually it kind of looks really aged. It's better, but not by a whole lot. So I am just sitting here thinking about what attachment I'm going to add to my gun. I think I'm a red dot reflex. Let's do the red dot because I'm a little bit more comfortable with the red dot. And we'll put a grenade launcher and we'll try the muzzle. So this game is a free-to-play. It doesn't cost anything to check it out. It's a shooter, obviously. With the storm mode, you are fighting for different places. There's 3 different kind of areas you need to cap as a team, capture as a team, in case you're not familiar with the capping term. And then you're able to push forward and go on to the next position. You need to capture all of them. And then the teams flip after that, after one round is done. Time-wise, or if all the positions have been captured. Going back to the general game, free to play, and I do kind of feel like this is a pay-to-win. I say that in the sense that you're able to buy items such as weapons, guns, and armor, and then they kind of expire, some of them. Well, most of them do. I had a ID at Xbox kind of token that unlocked an early access version or something like that when it did release, which is a little bit funny. But whatever the case, I had the weapons on. I only used them for one game. I didn't come back to it for a week, because I went back to do this. And all my armor and guns expired from this premium version that you buy, so it's all gone. I guess you can permanently unlock things by paying a bit more, and you can pay in-game items too. I mean, you can pay like in-game currency to unlock stuff. I think I might need to use an iron sight. I don't think I'm very good with the reflex on this. I guess this isn't a reflex, it's a red dot. Yeah, anyways. And with that kind of thought, I do feel like it's sort of a pay-to-win, because you can get better items by paying for them. Shit. I do find that damage-wise, it's very easy to kill people in this. It doesn't take very many bullets. Except if you have a shotgun. There's different classes, so the shotgun kind of falls into the medic class. I find the medic class kind of useless, because nobody waits for revives. And your shotgun doesn't do anything, unless you're point blank, where it is an insta-kill. But other than that, it takes like 2 to 3 shots. And I was I was chatting with somebody on the comments about it. And they were saying, oh, it's totally effective. 2 to 3 shots, kill somebody when you're really close. I'm like, that is horrible. With how slow it fires, and the comparison of the sniper rifle, which is an insta-kill no matter where it hits your body, hits your toe and you die, with like any of the snipers at any points. The shotgun is useless. Entirely, absolutely useless. And then with the medics, like the healing, you don't get to revive anyone because they'll respawn before you can. It's good for co-op, but not good for multiplayer. And I'm just kind of mentioning that aspect of it because it really bothers me. And another problem I have with the game is the menus, crap, are so damn laggy and so slow. They are an absolute pain to navigate. And there's a lot of disconnect problems. I kind of wanted to mention that. A lot of disconnect issues. In terms of, it won't even give you a message. It'll just kind of like send you back to the menu. And your matchmaking will just stop. I noticed that a lot. I don't really want to complain, but I just want to give an updated kind of sending thoughts on this game after a while. Seeing things and playing it a bit more. Because I do kind of have fun with it. But at the same sense, I kind of just playing it to get some achievements. And then I'm just going to drop it. Because I really don't think it's anything special. It's a pretty average shooter. I've played a lot better. And there's so many other options. That being said, it's a fine free-to-play. If you want to play a shooter. It's got a lot of modes. It's fairly competitive. There's a whole co-op thing to do. A bit of a story. Not really. There's no narrative there, let's be honest. There's a loose set of missions you can kind of play. That's what I'm kind of trying to get across. And yeah, it's not bad in that regard. Another thing that I kind of was asked a lot about. So this is the storm mode. This is what I consider to be the best mode in the game. Being wave-based and everything like like that. It kind of reminds me of Rush from Battlefield. And it'll be interesting to see if there's a better mode when the Battle Royale comes, which has apparently been delayed from this. Because so many people, like I was slowly beginning to talk about, have been asking where the Battle Royale is, because there is actually like an achievement and everything for it. It's just not in the console versions yet. Ah, damn. And chopped up by that gun. Must be a pretty good one. And yeah, so it's coming eventually. And it's just not here yet. It's kind of weird that they can add achievements as part of the main thousands that aren't even present in the game. I wanted to try the grenade launcher, come on. Takes like a second to get it on there. You notice how the icon changed? Notice the reticule, and then when I guess it's done. I'm out of it. That's no fun. But it would change like the dude tube, and that's what I was trying to do there. Oh, that's a teammate. Sorry, man. No friendly fire anyways, who cares? Oh, nice kill. And the hit markers are hilariously big. I saw some other people were like, sort of mentioning that, and I was like, yeah, damn, these things are just large. I like the structure of this game mode, but I find the maps are like insanely linear in this. And that kind of promotes really bad spawn camping. Especially in like, not just this mode, but like Team Deathmatch and stuff. Oh crap. Damn it. You get a lot of situations where you're like literally on top of people, because the Deathmatch maps are tiny. With a fairly large quantity of players, and you're just basically in this box, spawn killing each other over and over. Which I don't find too fun. The guns in there. So I could play the other classes. I'm kind of just enjoying the rifleman one. I don't know why, but I think it's the guns. I'll mix it up. And there's like a weird, awkward sort of delay when you switch. You gotta like do a class changing respawn time, which is a bit weird. I don't know if that's so the game can register your class change. I find it a little bit awkward, to be honest. So yeah, we've got this ball and gun. I thought they all expired. Interesting. I just remember going through the agonizing thing of having to accept all the menus, and there's like a lag for every single little menu thing that pops up. It's like, do you want to equip something else? And you gotta wait for it to highlight. Then you can move the cursor, and then you click A, and then you gotta wait for that to go through. It drives me fucking nuts. Like you think, and this is why I'm giving this game a little bit harder of a time, is that this would be more fucking polished over all these years. Because it came out on the 360 way back in the day. Wow, that gun has like no fucking what the hell, recoil to it. Because this has still been in development on PC over the years. It's still been, you know, getting updated and tweaked and changed. So it's just kind of weird that this version isn't more polished coming here, especially since they spent so much time, and it's so late in the generation too. Because keep in mind, we're like in the end game of this generation. As much as you don't want to accept that, it's going to be over soon. Like, it's winding down. And I was assuming there would maybe be enhancements. This company really doesn't enhance any of their games, so I kind of was just like, yeah, they're not going to. They just don't bother because they don't care. And it just seems like matchmaking-wise and some of the smaller aspects of gameplay, you think they'd have their shit together at this point. As far as like tweaking their spawning system so it's better, or fixing little bugs, or improving levels a bit. At least enhancing it for 4K. And it's really disappointing to see games release and not be enhanced in this day and age. Like even just like a little boost or something would be nice. This gun is powerful. I think this is kind of like what I mean by the pay to win kind of thing. This is a very strong gun. Because there's like literally no recoil to it, and it's just obliterating people. Like that other gun was like jumping all over the place, and this one is just straight lining. Holy hell. This class also has claymores, so it's kind of like a lazy, people run in there and then they get blown up with it. Oh man, the mechanics are so slow in this. And do my grenades kind of just like vanish in the air? I don't know if you've noticed that, but like, look at that shit. Armor myself up.
The enemy is capturing our strategic position.
Ooh, getting shot in the back. I think one of the teammates would have got that. So sliding is also something that's used quite a bit. I try to not really do it, or really sprint I try to sprint as little as I can, which is why I don't do a lot of the slide tackling. Just because I don't want my like thumbstick to kind of get damaged, because these things, yeah. So I try to be as least running as possible in these types of games. If you're wondering why sometimes I'm a little bit slower in it. Yeah, okay, there we go. Woo! I know a lot of people do like obsessive sliding around where you're trying to like hit people, but I find you kind of just get shot in the head a lot. I don't know if others that have been playing it have kind of noticed that, but it's, you slide and then your head's like very vulnerable and you just get popped. Jeez. And I also find people really don't use their class skills at all. I mean, with the medics, there's really no point in being a medic in this, unless you're playing the cooperative stuff. And in that one, nobody plays as the medic, so it's like pointless anyways. So I don't know. The other classes have more value to them, and if you can get somebody that's a sniper, it's so easy in this. Ridiculous. Damn. Headshots are just wild. So I guess I do like the sense that this has like some sort of realism to it as you know, take headshots and that, but it's also kind of not realistic in how some weapons work. It's really all over the place with the weapon balancing. And again, since it's been on PC for so long, you think they'd have like the balancing really down to a good point. But a lot of people probably won't like what I say. Doesn't matter. Let's give it some thoughts on it after having actually like played it on and off for a little bit, because I have, you know, again, had a little bit of fun with it. I don't mind it. I just don't think it's quite as amazing as everybody remembers it being. You know, you got those like rose tinted glasses where you're remembering things nicer than they were. And I don't know if I talked about it in this take. I've done a couple takes for this, but if you go back and you actually play like a 360 game, you'll notice like a huge difference between that and anything that's released on the one. It's very jagged around the edges, even through backwards compatibility. If it's not enhanced, it looks quite rough. So they did make this a little bit better, visual-wise. Well, you should if you're going based off the PC version, because they sure as hell didn't port the 360 version on this one. I don't find that the team skills really do much for you in this, so I wouldn't suggest doing them. Team skills, I mean, little things where you can get, like, prop each other up and stuff. It's like a 2-second elevation point. You just get shot anyways. So it's a huge waste of time to watch the whole animation, unless you're trying to get the achievement, you know, for helping each other up. And I should mention for that one, you actually do need to be the one that pushes people up the wall as opposed to climbing with somebody for the buddy-buddy. Otherwise, the achievement doesn't count. So we're switching sides. I just wanted to do like a whole game of this because I thought it would be fun. It's the mode I enjoy on this game, and you know, I'll probably check out the Battle Royale when it does come out as something that's available. Because I know a lot of people are, well, it's Battle Royale. It's popular right now. It's something that's hugely desired.
We are capturing a position.
My biggest question for this one is going to be how much this is going to get supported with updates. I think they've been, like, the publisher has been pretty good at getting the past games that they've ported over, you know, with pretty good support and updates. I'm not 100% sure as I haven't gotten back to play any of them, but yeah, I can't even remember what that cool sci-fi type one was. Jeez, that doesn't even bother me now. It was recent too, and it was also another kind of linear sort of port. See, I don't mind seeing these ports come over. I think it's kind of cool that we're getting these games and that they're even taking the time to kind of give us these experiences again, because a lot of people seem to have that nostalgia for this one in particular. So I think that's kind of cool that people get to experience, you know, a game they liked again. I'd like to see even more enhancements and remasters come out for games or ports, because this is the era to do it in, and it seems to be popular to do it, and it'd just be nice to have all the games going forward with the whole sense of backwards compatibility being more of a staple going forward. At least I believe it will be. I have high hopes for it. So yeah, it's like my.com or something is the publisher. Skyforge, that was the last one I did. I like that one. It was alright. It wasn't amazing, but it was pretty neat. So if you like this type of game, you might like that one. They're different kinds of games, because that one's like a MMORPG, where it's like sort of sci-fi and stuff. But you do get that sense of, you know, effort being put into it. They also did Armor Warfare, which I'm not sure how popular that was on Xbox. See, the problem with that one is that, you know, there's so many other tank games. Like there's World of Tanks, and there's War Thunder. And I think those ones kind of eat up the population base. And I'm just doing this based on the kind of views I got for the videos. Whereas this was popular, Skyforge was, Armor Warfare was kind of, but the other tank ones were definitely way more popular in terms of viewership.
We are capturing a position.
Yeah, I am just tanking with this gun. This is OP as hell. Damn. What else did they do? Just kind of looking at like a list of their titles. They actually have like a fairly big library. Maybe we'll see more over time. I imagine they're kind of slowly pumping them out at this point, because we have seen one every few months, I believe. Like Armor Warfare wasn't even that long ago. Like it depends on like the developers you have available, if you're still supporting those games. It's very easy to port, and well, it's not very easy, but it's a lot easier than making a new game for a platform or releasing your game on multiple platforms at the same time. You're just focusing on getting it ready for things, and there's no point in missing out on a platform now. That's why you have everything like PlayStation and Xbox, just because both the install bases are so large at this point. Don't jump like that guy, you're just going to get yourself killed. So there's probably more value in doing it now too, which is kind of like Ash's Creation, Alloyds Online, I don't know. I think there's potential to see more of their titles here, so maybe it's worth looking into and kind of seeing what they're going to do with it. But yeah, this is pretty decent, I think. I have a lot of complaints for it, because I mean it's not perfect by far. It's got a lot of problems, but I know a lot of people like it, and I think that's fine. I just wish that they would make it a little bit more pretty in terms of just giving it an enhancement for the One X. Because, I mean, it looks alright, but there's a lot of jagged edges, especially on the 4K TV. And I think even giving that just like a 4K boost would really clean those up. Like the anti-aliasing would be nice to have on there just to clean up those rough edges a bit. You know, give it a little bit of a cleaner finish. It also feels really kind of grayish brown for the time. So around when this was released, that was a big thing last gen. It seemed like games really lost their colors. Became more like a gritty type thing. And yeah, this definitely contains that sort of look to it. Again, that's personal opinion. I mean, there's little bits of colors, but when you really look at the textures, it's like grays, browns. Even like the colors are muddled with like a gray, and I get the type of like area that we're supposed to be in terms of the war, but still the colors are very muted in this. Yeah, gun's fucking overpowered as hell. Jesus Christ.
We are capturing a position.
People are probably gonna be like, you're terrible at this, and I'll be like, watch 2 more minutes of it, and you'll be like, holy hell. Because that gun just snaps people in half. You see what I've been doing with that thing? Like literally just wholesale slaughtering with it. That's where I get that pay to win comment from, is just the fact that it's so damn powerful. And this is not like a regular gun, this is like a cool gold one. Or is this a regular gun? I don't know. It just has no recoil or anything. Gold mag put FMJ. Now, is that like a texture? I can't remember because I put on all these guns and stuff a little bit back, and then I haven't played this since because I've been so damn busy. At this time, it's like literally been the most busy time of the season. Is there like a... I guess I can check my kind of items here. Doesn't really tell you. fast zoom. I guess that's maybe helping. I don't know. Gold mag put FM9. FMG9? I don't know. All I know is it's a powerful ass weapon, and you should use it if you have access to it. It's hard to tell because, like I said, I got this. Oh, great spawning in this game. I think you moved me a little bit to the side or something. There's somebody back here. But yeah, it's hard to tell because I did have that sort of, what is it, starter pack thing on this, and the items seemed to vanish, but only the clothing items seemed to vanish when I went to play this. So I think the guns maybe are still here, and I put the guns on all the equipment things I could because they're all gold. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll know when I get into the menus, but whatever. I'm not really too interested in it. All I know is this gun is like seriously tearing people up, and we are not doing too good. Because we did not push that position very hard. And we are not getting a very good distance going on here. Trying to keep these timely. And I also think that we're not going to have enough time when we get to the end game.
We are capturing a position.
Damn, reloads. Lucky I ran out of bullets. I would have blown you the fuck up. Am I right? Seriously though, this gun's just like pow 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 pow. No recoil, insta kills. Grenades take a long time to throw. You notice that? Like even equipment to use takes forever.
We are capturing a position.
I like this armor class though. You just kind of give yourself a little suit up again and then you're good to go.
We are capturing a position.
Throw that claymore down there and kill some more people. The guy didn't die from the claymore? Claymore gone? I honestly didn't even notice. Unless we get like a major push, I think we've lost this. The major question is, where does the grenade go when you throw it?
We are capturing a position.
I'm trying to like get that guy. I'm very curious about that gun though. It seems very powerful. I die from it a lot. See that icon all the time. I'll have to look into it.
We are capturing a position.
But yeah, that's what this mode is. Capturing positions, killing people, respawning. You know, I like objective-based modes because I like to play the objective. The objective is a little bit hard in this one because it's so small. But I can definitely help out by cleaning up people on the outside.
We are capturing a position.
I think one thing that's often overlooked in objective games is you can have a really objective player but have them not play the objective, if that makes sense. So one thing I do really well is I play Halo. I'm very efficient in that. And we'd have my one friend would be like the ball holder because we play oddball, or he'd be the flag holder. And I would go clean people up or clear a path. Kind of like playing this and being around in the surrounding, taking people out before they can get to the position. You should have probably some objective time, otherwise you're just kind of selfish. But I mean, there's that sense where you are supporting the team by softening them up at least before they get there, or being a distraction. That helps. But I do find it ridiculous that some people have like super high kill counts and they don't even kind of go near the position or anything. That kind of bothers me. How? What the hell is that from? Oh, from there. Seems kind of awkward because you're just spawning, you're walking a little bit, and then you're dying. And there's not really any focus for being creative here because it's just straight lines and the occasional little fence that you can crawl under. So there's not really a lot of choice for getting around or flanking or being creative, and then you're put in this fine little choked area where you're dying just wholesale. Although I think we've captured it almost. Kinda looks like. I know there's a guy to the left here. And this guy up at the tower. Seems to be a good spot because it barely shows him sticking up over it. And I noticed none of our teammates seem to be going for the wall position.
We are capturing a position. We captured 2 strategic positions.
We did it.
Only located. Stand by for confirmation.
What a powerful ass gun. Now we're moving on to the final area. It's going to be close, but I think it's going to be a pretty intense finish for this one. It's so awkward too, because there's still like guys left, and then they'll come behind you and either spawn kill or end up shooting you. I'll talk about their team because they get left there. And the position switches. That's kind of a typical thing. You see that in Rush and Battlefield 2, which is again what I really feel that this mode is incredibly similar to in terms of design. Oh, you cheeky bastard. I love it. That's a good claymore. It really was. Out of the way, around the corner. Very smart. You don't really have much of a chance against claymores in this. You just kind of die to them. Which is fine. I mean, they're claymores. They're not really something you do like a dance to escape from. Not like Call of Duty where you can like slide or jump out of the way. They get you. And they can be nasty little things. You hear the clicking, it's all over.
We are capturing a position.
Kind of an awkward setup here. You can go down into the little dock, but then you gotta climb up a staircase, so you might as well just come this way. Oh damn, they got this on lock. See, it's strangely linear and tight, but there's also like a lot of corners to hide in, which is weird. I think that was another thing from the time. The game seemed to have a lot less of little hiding spots to go to. They definitely seem a lot more focused these days. That's what I get like a lot from this. I don't mind it, but it feels so old school, you know, just from like a completely another time. And I find it kind of alright. I mean, I could be playing Blobs 4 right now, and then there's Battlefields on the way. There's just so many like other options. But I get that this is free to play, so it does hit that, you know, that right sort of market where people don't like spending money on games or don't have money to spend on games, and they play this, right? Which is fine because it's got a lot of modes and the whole cooperative thing to it. So, I mean, the option is there, and it does provide some decent time, and I think it's alright. I don't even know what I was shooting at there.
We are capturing a position.
Are we capturing this position? Because we've only got a minute left. It's gonna get real, guys. Damn. Too many, like, spots to check. Like, I'm trying to get to the other side to go around left. And then they pop down the middle, and they throw a grenade, and you're vulnerable because you're throwing a grenade, and your gun isn't out.
We are capturing a position.
You've got these window guys. It's a good spot to defend. Definitely say that. I also don't think our team is very effective at actually pushing. They just kind of seem to be chilling. Doesn't matter, it's over anyways. Hope you enjoyed this extended look at Warface on Xbox One X. The free-to-play average shooter.